Peace, peace, visionaries. It's Goddess Kai with Envisions Tarot, and I am here to do your weekly reading for, sorry y'all, March 23rd through March 29th, 2020. So this is going to be a collective reading, so it may or may not resonate with everyone. If it does, awesome, okay? So if you would like to book a private reading, my information is in the description box below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment if this resonates with you. If you are a March, Pisces, or Aries, keep in mind that your birthday special is quickly coming to a close, okay? So if you would like to book your birthday reading, the code is in the description box below for when you book your reading to receive 20% off. Got it? Okay. So to all of my returning viewers, welcome back. To all of my new viewers, welcome to Envisions Tarot. Make yourself at home, and if I resonate with you, please feel free to subscribe, okay? So let's just get into these energies for this upcoming week. We do have the new moon in Aries on the 24th. So get prepared to welcome in new energy. You know, we just had spring equinox pop in. So we have new life being breathed into our energy. So we're hoping for positive change, especially with everything that's going on, right? Right. So let's get the overall message for the week of March 23rd through March 29th. Spirit, what is the overall vibe for the week? And then we get details. Okay. All right, we have gliding through the currents. With a different approach, you will guide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. What I'm picking up from this energy, this week, I feel like whatever we were once doing to achieve a desired result is not going to work this week. That's just how it feels. It feels like we are going to have to shift directions or shift an approach to a particular situation in order to get the outcome that we're looking for. And it may require that we really go in and do some deep introspection to evaluate what adjustments need to be made in order to, again, receive what it is that we want or achieve what it is that we're desiring. It's like trying to get the, taking a look at the bigger picture. I'm hearing we're looking for long-term success instead of temporary. Because I feel like whatever it is that we are doing is like only bringing temporary results, and you're trying to figure out why isn't it sticking, okay? That's just how it feels. It's like something is inconsistent, and you're trying to figure out what it is that you need to do to make something more permanent. All right, let's get into the energy and see what's happening here. Two of Swords, indecision. Not knowing what to do, which way to go. Knowing that something needs to change. Okay, hold on, because that wanted to slide out. Ten of Swords. There's something that needs to cease. And there is a battle in the mind right now where it's like I know I need to end something or stop doing something, but I'm not particularly ready to make that final decision. Six of Swords, a lot of air energy coming through. Of course, this is moving forward or moving on. Look at all this air. Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy is taking over right now. Ten of Pentacles. Protecting your legacy. Interesting. The Chariot. Cancer energy. Page of Swords. When I say we got so much air energy coming through here, wow. All right. Overall energy for the week. Strength. Leo energy. All right, so the energy this week can be particularly heavy. I'm not giving you a negative outlook on the week, okay? It's just all about the way that you're looking at it, all right? There is going to be strength needed. There is going to be, I'm hearing restraint too. It's like there's going to be a need for you to pay attention to the stop sign. I don't know where that's coming from, but Spirit is saying if you see a sign that says stop, stop. Okay. So don't ignore the warning signs. Don't ignore what your intuition is guiding you. Don't ignore your gut feelings. Okay. Got that? Got that. Okay. I feel like you feel trapped and entangled in a particular situation. Like you feel like you can't seem to get free of something or someone, however it's resonating. But with guiding through the currents, being the overall vibe for the week or the overall advice, you know what I'm saying? We are needing to take a different approach to a situation. So, at the beginning of the week, we can clearly see that there's a battle in the mind with the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords as it pertains to paying attention to that stop sign, ending something, putting an end to something. There is a course correction. All right, Spirit, thank you. Six of Swords, the Chariot, course correction. This week is about course correction. There are many paths to the same destination. You can go by car, you can go by train, you can go by plane, you can walk, whatever the case may be. But I'm using that as an example to show you that there are various ways to get to a particular destination. And this week, Spirit is trying to shift your perspective in order for you to change course to where you're going. Because the current path that we're on, we're going to be recognizing this week that what we're doing isn't working, okay? That it isn't in alignment, or it isn't working for our highest good, or this actually may be the most difficult path and there's an easier one. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be an easy path that we're on, but Spirit wants us to challenge ourselves. But all in all, at the beginning of the week, we're noticing that we are in a fight with ourselves about putting an end to what we've been doing that hasn't worked thus far. Okay? So at the beginning of the week, we are just very indecisive about whether we are going to pay attention to the signs or not. You know what I'm saying? That's just where we're at the beginning of the week. By midweek, we have the Six of Swords coming in. So I feel like we are moving closer to making a decision. I'm not saying that we are actually achieving what we set out to do just yet, but I just feel like we are now making a move. Okay, that's just what it feels like. Midweek, we are making a move. What is that move exactly? Okay, back to the overall vibe. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. Queen of Swords. I feel like by midweek, we are going to be doing some serious evaluation about where we are, what's been going on, what we've been doing, acknowledging the truth of the situation. And I feel like we are going to be honing in on this Queen of Swords energy where we are now recognizing where we need to cut some things out or cut some things off or clear our path. I feel like there is this energy of now we are pausing, okay? We are moving towards a better understanding of, or we are moving towards acceptance. There we go. Moving towards accepting that what we have been doing is not bringing us our desired result. So now we have to really look at things from a different perspective to see what's working, what isn't, and whatever isn't working, we need to cut it out and cut it off and clear our path. Or we need to acknowledge that this isn't the path and we need to hop on a different one. You know what I'm saying? So by midweek, we get to that point to where we're acknowledging, we are accepting, we are looking deeper, thinking deeper to see what it is that we need to do in order to course correct so that we can actually get to where we want to go. With the Ten of Pentacles being here, this could be involving family. It could be involving your career. It could be involving your longevity when it comes to life overall. You know what I'm saying? Your legacy. What is standing in the way of your legacy? Is it you not wanting to make the necessary changes to get to where you want to go? Is it someone else hindering this? You have to really sit back and look and see, accept the truth, and acknowledge what's there in order for you to really get, how can I put it? Get stable and grounded completely so that you can get to this level of stability and security that you're seeking. Because right now it's like something is standing in the way of your happiness, but it's you. It's funny. Not funny, but it's funny because it's you, because it's all relying on your decision to shift course. Everybody isn't going to be able to go with you where you're going. You are not going to be able to carry the same mindset that you have now where you're going. You're not going to be able to behave the same way that you're behaving now where you're going. So if this is where you're desiring to be, where everything is everything, your home is stable, work is stable, relationships are solid, you know, you're creating things for the long term. If that is what you're trying to do, there's going to need to be some changes made. You know what I'm saying? There's going to have to be a decision, a conscious decision made, because you can, it's free will. You can do whatever you want to do. But you have to be willing to decide for yourself what is going to be best for you at this particular point in time. Queen of Swords, you're going to have to cut some things out. Behaviors, actions, thoughts, beliefs, people, places, things. And it's interesting because the way that life, the world is set up right now, you're kind of being forced into this energy. You're kind of being forced to look at things from a different perspective. You're being forced to look at your path. You're being forced to look at yourself, and you are being forced to make changes that you necessarily didn't want to make. So that indecision is in turn obsolete because you're kind of being forced to make a decision. That's just kind of how this is flowing right now. It's like you're being forced to make a decision to end this pattern of turmoil and heartache and heartbreak and disappointment and sadness and fear. You're being forced to end that. Spirit is saying stop. That's the reason why the entire world right now is on pause. You're being forced to stop, to change your course, to clear your path, to clear your energy, to really start thinking clearly, to start facing the truth about some things, because this is going to affect you long term with this Ten of Pentacles. This isn't something that's temporary. This is something that's going to be for a long time. This is affecting your future. So you got to really now take time to pause and really look and accept and see what is necessary for you to do in order to have that level of stability and longevity in your life. By the end of the week, with the Chariot and the Page of Swords, you are going to be able to acknowledge how much you've overcome so far. And you are going to be able to look at what you've been holding on to. You're going to be able to look at what you've gotten out of successfully. And you're going to really, at that point, by the end of the week, know that your path has to change. And you're going to know what your next move is going to be from that point. Because it's like an epiphany. You're curious now to see where things go if you shift with the energies. If I just simply stop fighting myself and stop fighting the energies and resisting, listen, resisting, because this is what happens when you resist, you get more tangled, right? Now I'm curious to see what happens if I stop resisting the changes that I have to make. If you glide through the changes, this will help you achieve your dreams for the long term. This week is going to be a very mentally, I'm not going to say draining, but it's going to be very intriguing this week how things come in for you. The information that you're going to be getting, the realizations that you're going to be having, the communication that you're going to have this week is going to be exactly what you need in order to set you on the right path. Because where we currently are isn't working. So we have to recognize when we need to stop, when we need to pause, and when we need to go left and move off our current path, or right. Either way, we just can't keep going at the same rate that we're going. We are being forced to stop and think, accept, see the truth, and make that move. It's not like you haven't overcome struggles before. Yes, your new path may have them. Your current path has them, and it's not bringing you any relief. Do you want to continue on that, or do you want to take a chance and see what the other path has to offer? Is it going to be difficult to accept what you're being shown or the things that you see? Is it going to be difficult to make that change? Is it going to be difficult to try to keep yourself or restrain yourself from continuing on the same path? Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be just a walk in the park, but it's going to take effort and it's going to take patience, and you're going to have to give that to yourself. Okay. At the bottom of the deck again, we have the Lover. So we're going to be doing a lot of self-reflection. This has nothing to do with, well, it could have something to do with other people, but it's more so about you this week. You really, really gazing and looking into the mirror and seeing the type of person that you are versus the type of person that you want to be. Seeing your life as it is versus the life that you want to have. Seeing your relationships as they are versus the relationships that you truly desire to see for yourself. Hella reflection this week. You're going to definitely be in your head, okay? So, visionaries, I love you guys. That is what I have for you for this upcoming week. Set those intentions on the 24th for the Aries new moon. We got some fiery energy coming in after coming off of this very watery, emotionally driven season, okay? I'm hoping Aries season brings us some oomph, some excitement, some good excitement, because we've been through some excitement, but it's not necessarily been the good kind, okay? So I look forward to talking to you guys very soon. In the meantime, take care of yourself, and each other, of course. But this week is about you. All right. So talk to you guys soon. Take care.